Yes, 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 absolutely. All right, let's look at this break. Good job from Vancouver initially. He reads him, I think. He'll read him based on where he spawns here. Yeah, when you spawn slightly deeper like that, you know someone's got through fucking this side of the map. So that way you can turn around and play for him. Where you spawn, the degree of where you spawn is called a push-pull system. The degree of where you spawn should tell you at least where one person is going to be. There's like, if you should in this case spawn here, which is considered the no map progression spawn. Like you'll spawn either on top of a teammate or close to the hill. If you don't do that and you spawn out, there's a degree of manipulation happening. Someone is blocking something. So the key is understanding your no map progression spawns. Then you can go from there. Like the P1 spawn. Yes, correct. No, yes, correct. Exactly, Echo. Exactly. Transferable, translatable. If you don't spawn close to the hill, which you should consider either a no map progression spawn, then you know there's a degree of manipulation occurring.
Good news, he's all over the
Very
place.
good.
Bad news,
So someone should have been reading too, and by tracking names.
Who's going to be there driving the tip of spear?
Nice, good break.
Well. Halfway through the point, they get the break.
Same here. Right, so same here. Same here. Look at 7, right? When 7 has pushed past the 50 yard, look at where he's spawning. He's not spawning here. If he's not here, I promise you he's going to spawn like around here. Even with these two on the street.
So 4 gone as well.
Yes, sir. Still the same.
It's so quick. He's got both weapons.
You see that? Look at 6. Degree of manipulation happening. If he spawns deeper back, he's pushed out further. Push, pull. Degree of manipulation.
Have already been flipped.
If you buy multiple sessions, there's like a massive discount, so we can talk about that after. Alright guys, talk to me chat. Information. He's just spawned up. 20 seconds left. What are we trying to do? What are we trying to do? Echo, JC, Secret, TD. What are we trying to do here? Come on, guys. Give me some answers, Crone. Anchor spawns for next hill. Well, you want to play for rotations for next hill. Yep. Push for back spawn. Yes. Good. We want to make sure we're playing for this back here. Now, guys. Why has 7 spawned here? Play orange. Good, Mumbuku. Very good. Whole spawns for new. Play cut. Good job, guys. Chat. Why has number 7 spawned here? You might have missed it.
So quick, he's got both weapons. The spawns have already been flipped. You trade off 10 seconds of the initial.
Why are they spawning here? Not because of 2.
The spawns have
Look at 4 here. Look at 4. Remember, guys, the side of the hill that you're on will dictate which side that they'll spawn in. Okay? So yes, you want to make sure you are playing for new. You want to make sure you are covering the hardest lane first and then picking up the QRPs, the quickest route possibles to the hill. So right here, the hardest lane, based on where they're spawning, based on the flow, what lanes are they picking up first? They're going to be picking up these lanes first. He will have the timing to fight him and get here. And then the last thing they'll pick up is here. But 4 will recognize, hey, I'm spawning him here. You will then read the pressure, dictate what lanes you're picking up off that.
Been flipped. You trade off 10 seconds of the initial time to
see that? That's why number 1's picked this up. Or he would have done. And now number 3's gone to take this. Now they'll spawn out because look at 5. Now they're spawning here because look. 7 causing parallels here. They're blocking this side. 8 is blocking this side. 5 is blocking here. That's why we cause the flip. So write this. Basically, what you want to do is draw a square straight through, right? Whichever side of the square you are on, if it's only one person and the majority of your bulk of your weight is on a particular side of the map, they will get the deepest spawn possible relative to how far you are pushing on the other side. The game is looking to spawn you diagonal in the safest spawn possible away from where you are in relation to the square. So when you are like even here on this side of the square, this is what we call micro bumping. It forces them to spawn diagonal here. That's why. But 3 and 2 were orange. What do you call orange? What's orange? Are you calling this orange? Is this what you call it orange? So this has no effect. This is them blocking because they have multiple people here blocking and not flipping. That's why. Should 4 have helped Burger or help RV? So right here, I think 4 is playing for 6. I think 1 should be playing for gens. I think 1 plays for gens because they should have recognized the truck spawn. So 1's playing for gens and 3 is playing for his timings. So 3 is blocking this. Blocking this. So these guys are blocking this. He is now, every kill they're going to get, spawn him here. Again, do this. So I'll explain it as I'm going, okay?
Optic already in a good spot. Great spot. Nice.
Obviously, the game can be very twitchy like that, so it's hard to determine sometimes in the moment the difference between spawning them here versus spawning them here. They spawn out because, look, multiple people are pushing past and he's in a hard block spot. Blue is also a hard block spot for these spawns. Like this.
Pesky doors.
The reason why they spawn in here is because they're blocking this side, and they're blocking this side, therefore they have to spawn them here.
Pesky doors. Been saying that for 5 years.
8 seconds. Now, very important. On P2, there is a spawn here, no map progression spawn here, and couple of spawns back here, right? It's very important that you have someone here if you do not have complete map control. Like if you have people spawning out. Because what can happen is once you're pushed out away from this, right? Let's say you're like back here, they can start spawning here, closest to the hill. So that's why you have to make sure if it's not a clean wave or a clean hold, you have to hold progression and block first, even if it means you're spawning them out back here.
4 is complete.
Yes, so if the spawn is white, the game will either give you spawn you on top of a teammate or the closest spawn possible that is the safest, a no map progression spawn. One of the two.
Completely unaware. Yeah, he has no idea where he's going. Optic, well, they've locked down the spawns for P2.
Yes, as P1 is still active, it will still be P1 spawns the entire time until P2 pops. And your skull has an effect on the spawns. If you die, it counts as a block, I think, for like 1.5 seconds or like 0. I can't remember. I think it's like 1 second extra that it counts as a block.
A little bit of a battle. Abuza's here for some presence, and Abuza doing everything he can, but as he gets traded out.
So there we go.
Right back into
There you go. You see that guy, guys? Right here. No map progression. Boom.
right back in time. And they've got the spawns up close.
Actually, no. That is not a no map progression. Apologies. No, that is because they're pushing around. Blocking back here.
Right back in time. And they've got the spawns
There's like the no map progression spawn is like here.
up close and personal, ready to get in position for this next wave. Vancouver.
So right here, they're reading the wave. Very good job. So Dashi is playing a power spot. He's playing balloon tower defense. This is where you want to get your main ARs. When you have a clean wave, if you can get your main ARs in a balloon tower defense position, you can then help each other play the wave. He recognizes he doesn't have the timing to do anything. They don't have the timing to bump out, therefore he can't play hill to then bump 3 out because they realize they don't have the timings. That's why they're playing it from the back here.
Neptune on him.
Now he's spawning out.
The wave is not complete just yet.
Now he's spawning in because they're dead.
Last man, Merc.
Very good.
Down and out. Vancouver.
Right, boom.
Effective on the attack. Yeah,
What is 6 doing here, chat? Using his free life. 5 is pinching. Now 5 can use his free life.
They needed that moment.
So that's how we played Hardpoint for the past 2 years. Is we tried to get our ARs in the hill as much as you can because they have a trophy, and if you give your SMGs the ability to bump out, take time-ins, put pressure on the map, especially on the spawn system of last year and the year before, your ARs are in what I call a balloon tower defense spot. They are literally focused on one thing, looking at their screen, ironing on a head glitch. Balloon tower defense. If you break a hill, you play tight for that wave until you get kills, then you can bump out.
A little bit of life. They're going to take the lead.
So look at 6, letting the game come to him. Look at 5, has a free life if needed. Nice. Now they're going to flip. Oh, they should flip right here. They don't flip right here. Why? Oh, 7 was on the backside of the hill, that's why. And now he leaves it, now they start flipping. There you go, chat. Look at that spawn right here. Boom.
flip those spawns. Mercury's on the back line though, holds it secure, but he
Free life. So essentially, Mumbuku is if you get a clean wave, like this.
one final hit.
If you get a clean wave, you know exactly where they're spawning, right? When you know exactly where they're spawning, you can predict or anticipate what routes they're going to take. When you predict and anticipate what routes they're going to take, you will understand how long it will take for them to take a certain route. You will understand the timings, right? What I mean by free life is imagine this is the conveyor belt. This is the subway sandwich, right? This is how far players have progressed up the map. In this situation, you can say, hey, this is the first guy, second guy, third guy, last guy. Ideally, based on the situation, either your first guy or the second guy can take space, can take challenges, can kill hole to spawn trap, because if he dies, you are just going to spawn close to the hill anyway, because the enemies haven't pushed past far enough to manipulate the spawns and block the closest spawn. This is what I call bump, refill, bump, BRB. BRB. When he's bumping, he's trying to take fights. When you take fights, you're trying to get specific information. When you get specific information, the rest of your teammates can reinforce and play positions based on wherever they're coming from. When you do that, you then will spawn close to the time to refill through the time to then do it all over again. That is the whole idea of BRB.
See if they can strip away this B2 time.
If Bruce is not going to check that, that's going to be another couple of freebies now. Shots he surely will.
It's unpunishable. If you do it quick enough,
Nasty.
you don't get punished.
Vancouver taking the lead.
Yep, low consequence. Okay, now the key to P3, we make sure we play P1. P1 control is the key for P3. Now, I wish Boston did that when they played. Play for play for P1, key for P3. Look how Vancouver play it here. When you control P1, you spawn them here. The reason why we want them to spawn here is because this is what we call a kill box. We know the timings. We take the same fights together. We funnel them. This is why we want P1 control. We want to create kill boxes and we want to suffocate teams. When you suffocate teams, it makes it feel like you have 100 places on the map. You guys have heard me say this 1,000 times. P1 control. Newer viewers in the chat, P1 control, kill box, funnel, suffocate, make it feel like the enemies can't do anything. Look at P1 control from Optic. It works on the same way. 40 seconds left. Keep them here. They have to funnel through. You're in positions to cut them, to iron. When you understand what the hybrid spots are on a map, you understand where they're spawning, you predict what routes they're going to take, you can play a position to take the same fight. I want you guys to do this when you play ranked. Start thinking of where they're spawning. Start thinking of what routes they're going to take. Start thinking and predicting. Chat. Yeah, that was a fantastic route for me. Very good. Initially, anyway. Very good route. Now, chat. Chat. What is so good about what Neptune has said from a comms perspective, but then also from an in-game perspective? Someone answer me. What was fantastic from listening from a comms perspective and then from a gameplay perspective? What was fantastic about this? My teammates aren't following you. I think that might be the biggest red flag, Mumbuku. You want to hear it again, chat? Okay, I'm going to put it loud and I want you guys to hear it again.
Vancouver in a big spot now to run it up. Let's go for a listen in.
He's gonna go Jen, okay?
So, regardless of them dying, what was good about Neptune here? He said he's pinching, good. Trying to predict positions for his teammates because good. Okay, fucking fantastic answer, right? Good, Mumbuku, good. So, when he's making a play, he is not only trying to think for his teammates, he's predicting where the enemy's going to be. He is saying where the gaps are in the setup. He is saying what to watch out for. Because remember, guys, you are coming off spawn. The minimap is shit. The minimap is a fucking magnifying glass. You can't see shit on this minimap, right? Thank you, Mumbuku, for the tier 1. Appreciate it, brother. Right? You can't see shit, right? You can't see. You can only see fucking up here, right? By Neptune saying what is open, his teammates on the flow understand what they need to refill and what timings they have and what they need to be careful of. Okay? If he doesn't say anything, his teammates are assuming he has this entire lockdown. The fact that he's saying something, the fact that he's predicting, and the fact that he's setting his teammates up is fantastic. Now, even though his teammates die, this is fucking unreal from Texas recognizing it and pushing forward and playing the kills. This is what we call hive mind. Whatever objective you have on the map, so in this case Texas are trying to flip, you have to do it together. You can't be half in, half out. You can't be 50-50. You have to be all in or you get the fuck out the office. That's what I say. It's you either do it all together or you leave this fucking office and you never come back. I don't like this half in, half out shit. So Optic are playing together to flip together after they've made kills. So that's a good play from them. But besides the point is, Neptune's made a heads up route because he knows Texas are going to have P1 rotation, P1 control. So he's playing ahead right here. He's playing ahead in the flow to help control P1 for his teammates to then take the fights off that, to then get an entry off that. It's a very good job initially. Agreed. I agree with that. Exactly, Echo. One of the reasons why, Echo, that LAT are by far one of the best teams in the game is because these guys are thinking for each other. I cannot tell you, especially when you guys are playing in your 4 stacks, do the thinking for your teammates off spawn. The last thing you want to do is come off spawn, try and download this information while getting pressured. When you have impactful players, so this is why I always say SMG players win you games. SMG players every single year, if you have a good SMG duo, it will win you games, right? That is the most important thing because they have the ability to play fast and get info and make the game chaotic. And they are the ones who are most likely going to manipulate spawns, block spawns, make plays, set pinches up, all of these different things. When you have SMG players who are then thinking for you, Paco thinking for you, right? Along with a Ghosty thinking for you, such as ARs who might have more time being the last guy, right? This is how you bounce information for each other. This is how you then think for each other. When you then think for each other, all you have to do is think about what you need to do on your screen, how you want to chow, what you want to do, throw your stun, throw your nade, how you want to slide cans, all this other bullshit, right? Makes the games easier. How should you think for an AR player? For an AR, every year, it's less and less and less, but the concepts still apply. The key to using an AR is positioning, meaning what power spots do you want to play? What positions do you want to do in your flow? You want to balance holding power spots to open lanes up for your SMGs to play kills versus getting mixy, versus bumping, versus flowing. The key to ARing, it's a game within a game. So watch my Dashi clip. Can somebody link Gravity my Dashi clip, please? That will explain it the best. If someone could do that, it will explain how you want to play an AR. As opposed to SMG. And SMG, and the key to SMG is pacing. When do you push? When do you take your timings? When do you take your sub routes? What sub routes do you need to take in relation to the chessboard? In relation to your flow? Right? Your ARs are more or less going to be your slower players, so they can dictate the game a bit more. But your SMGs are very, very impactful, who can then also dictate the game. So it's a balance of both. It's very situational. It's about who's doing what in the situation. I don't think they're obsolete. I just think the role of main AR, of this statue turret sit in one position AR, is not a thing anymore because of how fast each year the games become. There will always be a need for a slower AR because it's your safety net, right? It's a safety net. Whichever has like 2k likes on it, 1.5k likes, that one, right? I don't think it's obsolete, and I think it's very game to game. But the roles that you have are becoming, I believe the term is ubiquitous. I believe that they're blurring. Everyone's doing each other's roles. It's more on a flow perspective what you're doing in the line, right? Because let's say you're an SMG player. Let's say Shotzi spawns out here, and these guys are P1, and this guy is here, right? Shotzi's gonna pull out an AR. It's more fluid. Shotzi will pull out an AR. So it's less about having concrete roles and more about understanding your role in the flow, understanding your responsibility in the flow. Now, you're still going to have whoever's in the flow play in their certain spots, AR spots, whatever. That's still going to be a thing. But that's how you get fluidity. That's how you get people bouncing off each other. That's how you get players like Ernie, one of the best ARs to ever do it. I'm saying it now. I love the way he plays. Getting into the fight, but also opens the map out for Paco, right? It's about understanding what you need to do in the moment, but then you have that game within the game. Then you can position yourself based on your flow, based on what you need to do. Stop doing that. You pull out an AR where you are required to do so. If you're the last guy, again, Shotzi, if you're the last guy in this situation, you're blocking spawns. Remember, block, refill, block, right? Bump, refill, block, right? Pull out an AR. Help hold the lane. It's once you understand Call of Duty from a chessboard macro perspective, it affects the micro. Then how you take your Charles is affected. Then what lanes you fill is affected. Bump, refill, block. I keep fucking BRB. Yeah. Can we, hey Brighty, can we get a BRB emote made as well, please? I think that'd be a good one. I was thinking BRB and Free Life were good ones. So it's about doing what you need to do, and even that Dashi clip will highlight. Dashi was the first guy in the position to bump. He picked up an SMG, putting himself in the position to use that gun to its advantage, right? So that's how you do it. It's very fluid, guys. 3-1's good. I like 3-1. 3-1's fantastic. And obviously, the faster the games, the more you require SMGs. The slower the games, the more you can do ARs. You know, it's about the pacing of the game. Nice. You hear that? So, 04 has given the comm we didn't block. So now, when you give the comm you don't block, you understand where they're spawning, right? And you understand what power spots they could potentially be in. Again, you're trying to predict where they're going to be. And this is where Neptune is not doing anything except to like wait for his teammates to get into the play. He's not pushing forward. He's just trying to get scam kills and team shots. He dies, but you get the idea. He died! Dead! Oh, hold on. Let's see this break, chat. Chat. What do I keep on preaching? He died! But, died aside. How do they break this hill, chat? What is the key? What is the magical fucking formula right here, chat? A fucking 3-1! 3! 3! 1! 1! 3! No, I'm counting this as a 3-1. Yeah, 3-1. Yeah. Dead! What has Neptune got, chat? Talk to me. Talk to me. They've got a clean wave. They've got a clean wave, chat. What the fuck is... What are they doing now? Free life! Free life! Come on. Give me that shit. You don't have to tell me twice. I'ma use that bitch. I'ma go... I'ma kill him. But when you have the free life, you gotta make sure you're not going too rogue. Because when you have your free life, there are certain positions on the map that you play, that you go into, where it will hard block if you are not blocking. If you have 2 people pushed out and you make kills and you are not hard blocking both sides, you are gonna spawn them behind you. That's why we bump, refill, block, be right back, get it on a fucking shirt, put it on a wall, get it on your fucking phone, be right back. I appreciate you, Brighty. You're a fucking. Let me give Brighty a shout out. Chat. I really want to give Brighty a huge shout out. He has made all of the thumbnails, the emotes that you see here. These fucking unreal emotes. He has made. He has made without asking. He didn't. He went out of his way, and this shit I truly fucking appreciate from him. I genuinely deep down appreciate this. Without me asking, he's done this shit. He's made the thumbnails, content ideas, you name it. This guy has done. Everyone in your life needs someone like him. I can't stress this enough. Fucking honestly, dude, you're a fucking legend, bro. You are a fucking legend. Yep. You can line of sight block. Line of sight blocking, guys, is basically if you are aiming in a certain lane and you're looking at a spawn point, even if you're like back here, the game doesn't want you to spawn in front of someone. Look at how they're taking the Charles together. Nice. Dead! I love Byron getting hyped, holy shit. Bumping left, good. Nice. Nice. They're gonna spawn behind now. Nice. And they lose this? What the fuck? Vancouver are playing. One of the biggest respects I have for Vancouver, especially last year, huge respect for Ray for this, is the way they play is so ape heavy, is so trade heavy, is so teamwork orientated. It's insane. I feel like Rambo doesn't get as much respect as he should. I know because of the whole Optic thing. I don't give a fuck. This guy is fucking incredible, and he's got these guys with so much teamwork, and I need people to understand how fucking unreal that is. This playstyle to successfully implement, it's one thing saying, it's one thing me saying right here, but it is another thing to implement that with a team. I have tried so hard this year to do this, and that's a failure of mine. But this guy knew from a fucking T how to do it, and he needs his respect. Fucking great guy, great coach. Fucking, he's been a genius for about 20 years, this guy, and he doesn't get as much respect as he should, and it makes me sad. Right, look at that flow. Look at three. Look at three with a free life. You see that? Bad timing, but you get the idea. Okay, let's see how they're playing this now. So I want to see how Vancouver broke this. Yeah. So when you spawn here, boom. You gotta be like, yo, someone's around this side, someone's elephant, someone's lobby. Like this is a calm. Like, yo, someone is for sure pinching when you spawn here. Because again, if Seven's not here and Seven's here, he's gonna spawn like super close, like here. No map progression spawn. Did I see your comment? I'm hoping you're gonna let me explain the change. Yeah, no, yeah, go for it, TD. Just stop me whenever I do, okay? Do you think teams figured out LAT and FaZe? Do I think they figured them out? I don't think it's necessarily a figuring out. I just think them two teams had a poor event. Personally, I think that was the reason. Everyone kind of, just the way I look at it, is after Major 2, when game plans become consistent, and systems become consistent, you kind of know how they're going to play and what they're going to do. You just then become talent gapped. Do I think Miami would have beaten Optic? No. I think there's not a team except LAT who would have beaten Optic. If LAT, and I had LAT winning the entire thing, if they made the finals, I think they beat Optic. Yes, I do. I do. This is unfortunately what you see there. That is a problem once you qualify for champs. You don't get a variety in what you practice against when you win. When you get to champs, you play the same 3 teams over and over and over and over. And when you play the same 3 teams over and over and over, you get used to a certain style of playing, right? When you get used to a certain style of playing, certain timings, certain ways teams break, certain ways teams chow, certain pacing, speed, all of these different things. Once you then play something that's, I guess, counterable or against that, it becomes an issue. You're not as sharp as you should be because you don't have experience playing different teams. I think it played a big factor in the fact that FaZe and LAT underperformed because they're getting used to a certain style of playing. Where in fact you could argue, it's just very difficult to say. That's what I'd say. Yeah. Miami's strong suits are their pace and their selflessness and their ability to trade. The way Miami play is they play fast, they play to trade, but they play to trade kills that are conducive to the objective. They know in the moment what kills are the most efficient or important in relation to the game or their win condition, and they will play to trade that. Keep it simple, keep it fast, keep it traded. I have so much respect for Miami. Dude, Miami are playing the same way as Vancouver. They've got this play with pace, play with trade, play with 8, play with teamwork down. A lot. Soap. A lot. Now, of course, your LATs and your phases are smoking everyone in scrims, and they perform in tournaments. But you will be surprised how some teams who perform in tournaments don't actually have good scrims. You will have teams who might perform well at LAN who have absolutely dog shit practice, and vice versa. You have teams who actually play really, really well online, but then get to a tournament or an official or a scrim and just shit the bed for whatever reason. It happens. It happens. Yep, you play the opposite side of your bracket. Yes. Sometimes, I don't know why, but sometimes teams just perform well in practice versus official games. Now, you could argue, is it because of mental skills? Is it because when there's a bit of pressure, people change? Is it because the pace of the game changes in officials? Is it because people aren't as confident in officials? There's a whole different things you can say. Yeah, some of it's mental. Some of it is pacing. Some of it is the speed of the game. Some of it, yeah, the other team's locked in. There's no one reason, it's multiple different reasons. Nice. Nice. Very good. Nice. Byron has that free life. He can do what he wants. Byron is using that free life to a T. Now we should spawn close 18. See that, chat? Chat, are you picking up what I'm putting down? Byron has a free life mid to react off info. Neptune, safety net. Time, safety net. He then spawns close to then bump, refill, time. Why did 4 spawn there and not with 3? Because of the skull. The skull has an effect on the spawns for like half a second too. Oh, no, sorry, no, not because of the skull, because of 8. Because look where 8 is. 8 is towards mid. 8 is here. This will block like the close P2 spawn here. This blocks playing through mid here. So remember, draw the line. If you get mid control like this, it will block like this too. If you're pushed out here. That's why. So 4, if 8's not here, if 8's like back here, so this is why micro bumping is so important. If 8's like back here and 6 is back here, and nobody's pushed past the 50 of the time, they're gonna get like a close spawn. Like there's like a close spawn here that they'll get, and they'll just refill through time. But then once you've pushed through mid or in secret like this, then you spawn them here. If you push RV like this, like if you're like this, then you'll spawn them here. If there's multiple people doing it, then there's a chance to flip behind unless you're hard blocking. Simple, easy. So this is why, chat, micro bumping is very important, because look how deep you're going to spawn them. You see that, chat? Look how deep you're spawning them. Are they going through mid? Nice. Let the game come to you.
Absolutely elated in the comp. Oh, you can feel that.
Nice. I mean, you could... Honestly, that's a really good route from Shotty, by the way. Alright, chat, question. Why is this a good route? Why have they decided to take Burger Street control? Why have they not just bullied through time? Let's think like a pro right now, right? Dashy's just died. Let's think like a pro. Why are they taking routes here? Why have they all just decided not to bang through? Why is this situation different? Someone give me an answer. Someone think about it. Let's start thinking like pros here. Okay, no, that's fine. Playing ahead. But you could argue banging through P1 and Elephant is playing ahead. But why are they taking routes? Okay, think like a pro. Put yourself in Shotzi's shoes. Yes! Yes! Good. Fantastic answer, Chaos. Echo, fantastic answer. Apollo, good answer. Baz, good answer. We're thinking like pros here now, right? You know Brandon's just died. You know, based on where you've just spawned, that they already have mid control, that they already will most likely have P1 control because you've not made any kills, right? So I'm thinking, I'm coming off spawn, I'm the first guy. I'm looking at my time, I'm like, okay, there's 4 seconds left. They have, because P5 to P1 is such a quick transition, they will have P1. So right here, I'm thinking, okay, they have P1 control. I'm thinking about it. I'm going to have to take a route because we're going to have to break the time. So right here, I think this might be the turnaround from Optic bringing this back, because I think they break this, right? And it stems from 2 and 3 taking routes from street while they then refill through P2 to then spread their defense. Now, chat, why do we want to play from Burger Street to break P1 on both sides? Why are we not just banging through gens right here? Explain that to me. Give me an idea. Put yourself in their shoes. Why are we not doing that? Expect Optic. Good. They expect him to push blue and elephant. Fantastic. Very good answer. But why street? Why not, from a micro perspective, why not just through here? Why not just through these holes? Quickest route possible. Okay. That's not the answer I'm looking for, though. Why are they taking routes? Why are they setting up to take routes instead of just going phew, phew? Good. It's a funnel. So when you start to understand, guys, what the hybrid spots are for these hills, what the power spots are for these hills, when you start to understand the potential positions enemies are going to play, this is what we call anticipation. You start to play one step ahead. You start to say, okay, if they're going to play potentially these positions, this is the area of the map I want to control, which they're weakest on, in order to have multiple lanes of attack. This is how you avoid a funnel. You create multiple waves of attack, multiple lanes of attack. You take routes that complement each other because you're spreading the defense. They then take routes to then enable an elephant or a gens route. Right? This is how we do it.
Our first set of hard points.
Look at 5 here. Look at 1. Look at 3 staying alive. Look at 2 staying alive. Why is 3 so important here? Chat, why is 3 so important here? Can you give me an idea why 3 is so important? Before number 4 and number 1 have spawned in. What is he doing? Okay, did. Crone, doesn't he block the burger spawn? So right here, I wouldn't be worried about the burger spawn. Pull arrows, info, blocking, he's drawing attention. Good. What do we call it? What do we call what Merc is doing? What do we call it? Why has Merc not just decided, yo, I'm going to bang this? What is it called? What is he doing? And why is he doing it? What's good, Metals? I'm good, Metals. How are you, brother? Being AIDS? Yes. Wants him to OE Taylor? Good. Waiting so they can push? Good. Safety net? Good. But what is it called? What is the word called? What is he doing? What is he doing? There's two words he can use. What is from a fundamental perspective? What is it called? Yes, playing his life. Elaborate. He is. Come on, guys. He's doing what? There's two words that I used earlier. Holding the cross. Good, but why? Why? What is it called? No? Baiting, yes, but these are all because he's doing what, chat? Chat, I'm going to give you a couple more tries and I'll tell you why. You guys are going to be kicking yourselves for this. Remember, Hacienda P3. Hacienda P3. Good answer, Crush. Good answer. But there's one. Guys, come on. Starts with a P. Yes! Bingo! This is him holding progression. He's holding a progression spot, right? So he's in here holding his progression while Ant is the first guy taking a route. Now, why is he holding progression? What is the importance of holding progression in this situation? Think like a pro right here. Put yourself in Mercury's shoes, right? Think like Mercury's right now before Shotzi's just got the kill. What is it right now? So let me go back. What is it right now? So download the information you have on this map. So he's holding progression from a progression spot. Why? So a progression spot is an area of the map, or you can say a spot on the map, where if you don't move and you stay alive, it allows your teammates to use that and get to you without the fear of death in order to trade or take fights together. In this situation, he's either holding a progression spot or he's holding progression. It doesn't always have to be a spot. It could be anywhere on the map. The general core point is he is staying alive on a particular side of the map because of the situation he's in. Because they're in currently a 3 versus 4 and Seattle have a full setup, essentially a full setup, right? Which means they don't have numbers if they went 1 for 1. Meaning they're at a disadvantage. So now when you're at a disadvantage and you're trying to break, this guy's taking the route. Again, you're taking the first guy's taking the route in order to set up the break. He's holding progression, waiting for his teammates to then activate the play. Activate means take fights at the same time to take fights together, if you understand where I'm coming from. So he's playing his life, staying alive, doing nothing, because he could easily do this. But now he's taking essentially basically a 2 versus 1. He doesn't know that, but he's probably thinking, right, I might take a 3 versus 1 here. He doesn't do that. He holds progression, allows Hugh to get in the fight. Dashi is going to spawn basically close based on what this guy's doing. And then they're going to fight together based on here or whatever, wherever he spawns in that case. So like he spawns here, right? Now he's staying alive. Allows Shotzi to make the intro play, activate off that, and then he's going to make a play based on what these two are doing. Now they have numbers, you'll see him activate. Now you see him activating. Oh well, he was activating. Now he's trying to do something. Oh, of course you can nitpick, right? But you get the idea. Is when you don't have numbers in a break, respect the space the enemies have, respect the timings the enemies have, respect the power spots enemies have. When you guys are playing ranked, think about what positions enemies are going to have, then wait for your teammates, hold progression. If he's holding progression and they challenge him, so be it. They've scammed. Now you have numbers. Now you wait for teammates. Now you collapse. The biggest differences between the best teams in the world and everybody else is the fact that they make every kill and death matter as much as they can from an efficient perspective. Good answers though, guys. I like it. Right, chat. I've got 5 minutes left of the stream. I'm going to stop it right there. I appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate the follows. Is there any questions you guys have before I have to leave? Any questions? Anything you guys want to know? Anything you guys want to elaborate on? Any questions you guys have? I'm going to stop it there. I will finish this map tomorrow at 5 Central, so make sure you guys are tuning in then. But any final things you guys want to say, the floor is yours. Same time again, guys, 5 p.m. tomorrow. The floor is yours. Any feedback, any reflection, any questions, anything you guys want. TD, that'll be the first thing we will do tomorrow. I promise you that'll be the first thing we do, okay? We will go through the things that you want to bring up. I hope you guys enjoyed the interaction. I appreciate you guys answering questions. Okay. How do I get notified when you're live? I think there's a bell, I think. I don't know. Fuck knows. You tell me, Via. Okay. So, 3 things I would recommend. Is number 1, if you're serious about going pro, then I would recommend you learn the game from a mental skills perspective. So I will show you. And guys, this is for you guys in the chat. If you guys want to be the best that you can, I genuinely, this is the biggest advice I'll give you. Mental skills training. If you want to take this seriously, you want to go pro, you want to play in challenges, you want to be the best that you can be, mental skills training. This mental skills training will change your fucking life. Me and Paco, every single day for the past 3 years, or most days for the past 3 years, one of the reasons why I am so high on Paco as a player and a person is we would come in early, 9:30, 10. For 2 hours, we are going through shit like this. The champion's mind, thinking like champions. Mental skills training like champions. All of these fucking things like champions. Watching the game, reading the game, learning the game. Learn your mental skills. Everything about your fucking brain is going to be the biggest difference when you get on that fucking stage. And it's not just about what you do on the stage. You win your tournaments through the day-to-day. You win your tournaments from your fucking all the practice that you do, but it's the way you go about it. Culture. You guys have seen NYSL with, oh, we have Astralis, we smile, we have vibes. That's not what fucking culture is. This shit is culture. Everything that I've learned from this, all of these different fucking books that I have about culture, your day-to-day is going to affect if you win tournaments or not. Another one. Championship fucking culture. This shit gave us fucking, 5 chips in 2 years? All of these matter. Because it's not about smiling. It's not about having vibes, right? It's about the day-to-day in your mindset that's going to give you the biggest 1% differences against your fucking opponents. We're in a fucking competition, guys. If you ain't relentless, if you ain't striving for excellence, if you ain't sacrificing to win, you ain't going to fucking win. So, my biggest advice to you is... I have to leave really shortly, so I'm going to answer this. So, my biggest advice to you, Crone, is number 1, I know I've waffled, mental skills training. Number 2, learn the game from a macro level, meaning what should people do on the map, how to be efficient, fundamentals, all these different things. And number 3, be a good teammate. Progression is... If I'm holding a particular side of the map and I'm in a disadvantageous position, holding progression means I'm waiting for teammates to reinforce and get with me so we can take fights together or we can trade. How can you get over being critical and giving criticism? So, number 1, it's not criticism, it's feedback. Get rid of the word criticism. You are giving feedback. Now, yes, you can be overcritical. You can overanalyze. The key to winning is not overanalyzing. It's not paralysis by analysis. It's not overthinking. As long as you can keep the game and your feedback to the macro level, you're not going to overthink. You can help with the micro, but leave the micro to the players. They know best. Players know micro better than any coach in the world. I promise you. The players who are using Omni movement know micro better than you guys. You can give them suggestions, sure, but leave it to the fucking players to think about it themselves. Macro is what you should focus on. If you answered this, but if you don't get a league spot, then will you go to EU challenges? I will not go back to challenges. I am at a point in my career where it does not make sense, being nearly 30 in October, to go back to challenges. If I don't get a spot, I'm gonna do other things. You give Hansi Flick and Amarin vibes. The coach who I look up to, that has my philosophy is based on, is 3 coaches: Sir David Brailsford, Man United's director of football; Toto Wolff; and fucking the Real Madrid's boss, Ancelotti. They are my 3 inspirations, and Sir Alex Ferguson. Obviously, I've got a Sir Alex Ferguson book here somewhere. Actually, 5. Bill Belichick. So they are my 5 coaches: Bill Belichick, Sir Alex Ferguson, Carlo Ancelotti, Toto Wolff, and Sir David Brailsford. They are the 5 coaches who I have molded my philosophy and my core values over the years. Feedback is based on the individual. So the feedback that you give is optimal based on the individual that you're working with. Yes, he was. Yes, correct. Correct. Straight to the point. Yeah. Is he the one that believed in improving? Yes. Marginal gains. So locker room tomorrow. Viewer 8s on Friday. Viewer 8s on Sunday. Alright, guys. Check out my YouTube channel. This is going to be uploaded on my YouTube. I will be uploading a new video tomorrow. So please make sure you check out my YouTube channel right here. Please, guys, follow me on Twitter. I upload a bunch of content on Twitter. Any questions on Twitter? I post when I'm streaming on Twitter. Please make sure you are following me on Twitter. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram. And if you guys want coaching, this is my website right here. Check my last comment before you go offline. Can I jump in a call after the stream and tell you? I have to go. I have to leave in literally 8 minutes. I gotta go in 8 minutes. Join Atlanta FaZe. I would kill to join Atlanta FaZe. I would kill to join Crowder, but it ain't gonna happen. It won't happen. So, other than that, any final questions, chat? And I just want to say, every single person lurking, make sure you follow the stream. Thank you so much, everyone lurking. Thank you guys for taking part. Thank you guys for the interactions. I'm praying and I'm hoping you guys are learning. I'm hoping you guys are getting value from this. Oh, I keep forgetting I can raid. Wait, no, let me see if Amelia's fucking streaming. I'm gonna raid Amelia if she's streaming, because I always forget to raid her. If she's streaming, I'm gonna raid her. Wait, how do I raid? Do I leave the stream live and raid, or do I end the stream and raid? How does it work? Appreciate you guys. She is. You can do both. Raid, then end the stream. After that, end the stream. Got you. Got you. But yeah, genuinely, guys, all the support you guys have had, you've shown, is such a humbling feeling, and hopefully I can like make it up to you guys, and hopefully you guys keep watching. Hopefully you guys keep enjoying. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the videos and stuff like that. I'll keep doing more if you guys keep watching. So it genuinely means a lot. If I ever fuck up, if I ever piss you guys off, I expect you guys to tell me straight. And yeah, appreciate you guys. Take it easy. So raid. What's Amelia's Twitch? What's her Twitch? Can someone tell me what her Twitch is? Oh, there we go. I just want to make sure I want to spell it right. Appreciate you guys. Okay, now I end the stream, right? Dude, I'm a fucking W streamer. Holy fuck! Let's raid her. Fucking hell.